Let me ask you something uncomfortable. When was the last time you did something hard without immediately reaching for a reward? No phone, no video, no quick hit of distraction. If your brain constantly reaches for easy dopamine, it's not because you're weak. It's not because you lost discipline. It's because your brain learned a pattern, and that pattern quietly controls your focus, your motivation, and how your days feel. Most people think motivation disappears because they're lazy. That's not what's happening. Your brain is overloaded with easy rewards, scrolling, short videos, notifications, endless novelty. Each one gives you a tiny hit of dopamine. A tiny yes, a tiny relief. And over time, your brain adapts. It raises the bar. It starts rejecting anything that doesn't pay off immediately. Work feels heavier than it should. Thinking feels exhausting. Starting feels painful, not because the task is hard, but because the reward is delayed. Here's what that looks like in real life. You open your laptop, and suddenly you need a snack. You sit down to study, and your hand reaches for your phone on autopilot. You try to write, and your brain whispers, "This is boring. Escape." Here's the dangerous part. Easy dopamine doesn't make you feel good. It makes you feel numb, like you're doing something, but you're not truly there. You're not relaxed. You're overstimulated. You're not resting. You're avoiding silence. And silence is where clarity usually appears. Silence is where you notice what you actually want, what you've been avoiding, what needs to change. But when your brain is trained to avoid silence, clarity never comes. That's why you feel busy, but nothing is improving. Your days are full, but your life isn't moving. This isn't addiction like drugs or alcohol. There's no crash, no dramatic collapse. It's quieter. Your brain simply learns, why struggle when I can scroll? Why focus when I can tap once and feel better? So it resists deep work, focus, effort, boredom. Anything without instant payoff feels wrong. And slowly, your tolerance increases. What used to feel interesting now feels dull. What used to excite you now feels like effort. You don't lose ambition. You lose your ability to stay with discomfort. And that's the key. Progress is delayed reward. It's doing the boring reps before the result shows up. So this isn't about quitting technology. It's about retraining reward timing. First, delay dopamine. Do the task first, reward second. Even a small delay starts rewiring your brain. 2 minutes of effort, then a sip of coffee. 1 paragraph written, then you check your phone. Small, intentional. Second, embrace boredom briefly. 5 minutes, no input, no stimulation, no background noise. That discomfort isn't damage. It's your nervous system recalibrating. It's your brain remembering, I can be here without escaping. And when you can sit with boredom, focus becomes possible again. Third, reduce choice. Endless options kill motivation. Too many tabs, too many apps, too many shoulds. One task, one direction, one clear finish. When your brain knows what matters, it relaxes. It stops negotiating. It stops searching for the easiest exit. Motivation isn't something you summon. It's something your brain allows. When rewards are too easy, motivation shuts down. When effort comes before reward, motivation slowly returns. Not as hype, not as excitement, but as quiet willingness to start, as the ability to begin without a fight. If your life feels stuck, it might not be your goals. It might be your reward system. Your brain didn't break, it adapted. And adaptation can be reversed. Not overnight, not dramatically, but through small, intentional friction. Less noise, more effort, delayed reward. That's where momentum comes from, not from a sudden burst of motivation, but from a brain that remembers how to earn it. And it starts the moment you stop feeding your brain only what's easy. Here are a few signs you're stuck in easy dopamine, even if your life looks fine. You keep switching tasks every few minutes. You feel restless when there's nothing playing in the background. You delay starting, then blame yourself for procrastinating. You crave motivation, but when you try to focus, your brain feels itchy and impatient. That's not a character flaw. That's conditioning. So try this for the next 24 hours. Pick one important task, make it small, make it finishable. Before you touch your phone, give that task 10 minutes. Not perfect minutes, just 10 honest minutes. Then reward yourself. Then come back and do 10 more. You're teaching your brain a new rule. Effort first, reward second. And once your brain believes that rule again, focus stops feeling like pain. Work stops feeling like punishment. And progress stops feeling impossible. Because the real addiction isn't the phone. It's the instant relief, and you can outgrow that, one delayed reward at a time.